So in this video, I'm going to be doing a teardown of the 16-35 Sony G Master lens F2.8. This is an old video. I completely forgot to post it, and I don't remember all the context. I'm just blanket posting it, minimal editing, and I hope this helps somebody. What was it? The issue with this camera is it had a hard time focusing in any range, and it wouldn't necessarily connect to the camera. Sometimes it would show an F and a dash dash, where normally it would show f2.8 or f4, and other times the aperture ring wouldn't really function properly. It was just a whole mess of things. One other thing I forgot to mention was the fact that there are shims in there. So once you take off the top piece, I don't know what it's called. This video was filmed a long time ago. Once you take that off, there's these little shims. There's about 8 of them, and there's a small spring and a small little plastic plunger. So be careful not to lose those. And then once you do the full teardown and you start getting into the actual focus module, there's even smaller shims in there. So be mindful of that, because that's something I didn't really pay attention to until after the teardown. Now, this lens was already broken. I had resold it. I hope somebody else got better use out of it and fixed it. But with that being said, I hope you guys learned something from this video. And this is one of those one-off videos that I just made. And after this, I'll be posting more of my travel hacking content. So in the meantime, enjoy this teardown. Alright, I got here a Sony full frame 16-35. It's not working properly. If I turn it on, let me show you. Takes a while to even show any image. Takes a while to show any image, as you can see. This time it shows the f-stop, but sometimes it just doesn't show it at all. See? Anyway, as you can tell, it doesn't. If I zoom it out all the way, 16mm, you see it's blurry. Even if it's on manual focus, there we go, manual focus, it goes from blurry to blurrier. Autofocus, same thing, doesn't respond. 35mm seems to be okay, but as you can see, there's some kind of focusing problems. Aperture works fine sometimes, but it works. See, you might be able to see the ring here, opening and closing. I could see it closing. Let's see. Open, close. So that works. Sometimes, if I put this lens on the current camera I'm filming with, it doesn't work at all. So I have a feeling it's a connection issue. Let's disassemble it and diagnose it. At first I thought maybe it was the connectors here, but we're going to take those off and we're going to use a multimeter. We're going to use a multimeter to test continuity right here. Okay, so basically we'll be able to see if there's a break in the line or not. See? You'll see in a second. Let's get to that. Got 4 screws right here. as you're taking off this ring here, be careful, because there's obviously a flex cable connecting the bayonet. And there it is, right there. So be very careful to take this off. So let's flip this switch up here, the flex cable there, and we can pull that out. Now I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to put it like this so no dust gets in it. Oh, just be careful also because these pins come out when you flip it over. Now we're going to check the continuity on these flex cables. Now we're going to check the contacts on those. It's probably better I just take it off. You also have 2 screws holding this connector to the bayonet. Four screws. And this comes apart right here. Let's set that aside. Take this guy off right here. He should just pop right off. Let's you'll be able to see right here. Comes off like that. There's a little hole right there. Can't see it, but that aligns with this right here. Set that aside. And let's test. Now I could definitely use those alligator clips, alligator arms. Okay, we've got beep. Alright, so the way I'm going to test this is I'm going to put this flat end right here, hold it down to here, so they're all connecting, and touch every one.
all good. So we know that's not the problem. So let's, just so it's out the way, let's reassemble it. Now that we got this reassembled and it's actually good, let's get it out the way. Time to take this off. So now that we got the bayonet off, let's take out the motherboard. You got 3 ribbon cables that you have to be careful not to rip. So let's go ahead, pull this one out slowly. This one, and this third one, you got to flip up the thing here. And pull that out. There we go. Let's set this out the way. Now I'm going to inspect these cables here under a microscope, make sure there's no tears. Okay, I did not see any tears on that, so let's go ahead and disassemble the barrel. Just disassemble this whole entire thing. Okay. So to assemble the main part, you got 5 screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6 screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm also resorting to the manual to know exactly step by step how to disassemble everything. Next, we'll have to take off this ring right here. Very easy. Just use a plastic spudger like this and get under here, right here, like that. Let's use this side. There we go, you see? And then just follow it around while pushing up a little bit to get it off the main barrel right here. Okay, once you have it off, just kind of push it up right here, just like that. And there you go. That slips right off. Set that aside. That exposes this piece of tape right here, which is easy as well to take off. Kind of get under it like that. There, we got that off. We're also going to just set this aside right over here. That exposes two screws, one right here, one right here, that are essential to be able to remove this ring right here. Let's take those off. Here's one. And two. There we go. Then, in order to get this off, twist and lift. Keep those together. As a matter of fact, let's put these over there too. Now I got the main barrel assembly open and exposed, where we could also further inspect under the microscope to see if there's any issues or tears, but I don't see anything. Now, to further disassemble this, we have 6 screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to take off. Let's take those off right now. Okay, now that we got those screws off, it's as simple as just lifting up, just like that. That's the zoom ring right here. Make sure that this is right here, always. Here's the autofocus manual focus switch. Right there. Let's try to get you in focus. Just like that. And that's what we got here. Let's set this aside. Now we have group right here. This is group 4, 5. This is the main focus ring right here. This is what we're going to have to be assessing. So let's pull this out. In order to get this out, you have to pull these screws out right here. 1, 2, and 3. As long as these little plastic tabs. Along with this right here. 1 and 2. Everything is in the service manual. Okay, let's move this up to where these screws are right here. See? Let's move it up to here. Get these plastic tabs out right here. You kind of have to pry them out a little bit. And then they eventually you just pull them out. But they'll come out. Once you get those out, it's as easy as pulling this whole unit out. But before we pull it out, make sure you get these two. Also, do not forget about these ribbon cables. Look at this one in particular. Very bent up. I would hate to rip that. And I'm assuming that's probably one of the problems here. Here's another one too. So let's pull this tab up right here. Okay, got that. And gently pull them out. Okay. This one, all you do is just pull them out. Using tweezers actually. Gotta get out right here on these tabs. Let's hold this here. See these two tabs right here? 1, 2, you grab right here, and you just slide it out, push it out, just like that. And we're good. Now with that out the way, you can take this whole unit out. This is very rounded as you can see, so don't set it like I just set it. Set it down on like silicone, like right here. There. Now take a look at this guy. I'm going to have to inspect him under the microscope. Look how freaking bent he is. And that's like that by design. Fortunately, if this is the problem, I have a replacement right here. See, exact same part. Actually, let me pull that out just to show you. But since this is the aperture module right here, that's not the problem because the aperture works. Now I'm going to set this aside and we're going to take a look at the group block 4 and 5. So apparently a common problem is this right here, this magnet. We're going to have to disassemble this whole thing and see what's going on with this problem. Now, this is what I learned earlier also. There's little tabs right here. Be mindful of those. They will fall out. So make sure to put them back in. Let's also disconnect this ribbon cable right here. Get that out the way. Now let's take apart this module. So we have 4 screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. And then we got an additional 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and do that. This ring comes off. Set that aside. This is the focus group. This thing moves up and down to zoom. Seems pretty stiff. Very stiff. It shouldn't be that stiff to go up and down. Something's not right here. Let's get those 3 off right now too. Now watch these little tabs fall out right here. See? Set those aside, don't lose them. I'm going to try to show you this here. The tabs go in between here. There's a little, okay, there we go. That's the best angle. See that right there? That's where the tab goes. It's kind of like a little clamp area. So once the screw is in a little bit, you take the tab right here. Once that screw is in, you take the tab and you slip it in between that. You sandwich it in. Right there. Okay, now with that out the way, let's pull the module out. This is group 4, group 5. Let's set you aside. This is where I believe the issue is at. Something here is not working properly. Whether it's too stiff or the magnet is just being retarded. I should have gloves on while I'm working with this, but I'm going to clean these blocks up later as well. Maybe there's just not enough grease on the actual module right there. You see? Try to get a good angle. I'm going to do a little test to make sure this motor is working. So I'm going to inject voltage to here to see what we can get.